Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Phil's Little Shop of Horrors here. Huh? Been a while. You know how it is. Well, hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Uh, it was okay. Could have been worse. I'm still here, still vertical. That's a good thing. So today, well, this started yesterday. Yesterday, I was wanting to do some tool sharpening for the little mini lathe, and I got no bench grinder. Uh, The old guy Chuck across the street, he's what, 86, 87. He's been giving me antique tools and vintage tools for a couple of years now. And he mentioned one day he didn't have a bench grinder, and I had a brand freaking new one. Not Black and Decker, but something like that. $65 6 incher. So I took it over there and gave it to him, and he was all happy. And I was fine at the time. I had a wooden bench, and I had this antique puppy here that I had got off of Craigslist for $10. That was a barn find, and I took it all apart, put new bearings in it, new belt, painted it, and all that. And it was fine and dandy because it had one of these, motors running the belt. It was fine and dandy at the time because I had it mounted to the end of a wooden bench, and I had the motor down below, and it was all great. And then I got rid of that wooden bench, and now all of a sudden I got no grinder. So there's that. So yesterday I was needing this, and of course that was Thanksgiving, and nobody's open. It's the way it is. So I got up this morning early, and I went and got some gas, and headed over to the old Horror Fright there, and they have their Black Friday sale going on, and normally they'd open at 9. I think they were open at 7. I got there about 8:30, and the place was already jammed. It's like great. Hope they got what I want. Because I was just wanting a little 6 inch bench grinder. I don't need an 8 inch. 8 inch, I've had them. They're big, they're bulky, they're slow. I mean, it's just too much for my needs here. I've actually given a couple of those away. So I go into this Harbor Freight, and sure as hell, they don't got any 6 inches. All they got's the 8 inch. So I snagged up the big, heavy 8 inch and threw it in the cart and grabbed an extra wheel and a wire wheel and a couple other things, and I was wandering around in there, and all of a sudden the coffee recycling light came on in my forehead, so I had to go hunt some kid down and ask him where the bathroom was, and it was in the back by the warehouse. So I got back there to go to the bathroom, and I found another kid, and I said, "Hey, do me a favor while we're here, run in the back and see if you have one of these little 6 inch grinders on the shelf. And if you do, grab it." And lo and behold, bingo, I got one. So, okay. I was in there a few days ago, and they didn't have them then either, of course. I forget what the heck I was getting. Who knows? I spent so much money that stupid place. But they had a stand on sale. This little jobby here for $29 clearance. So I snagged one just in case, and it turned out that I needed one. So I get this 6 inch grinder, and I put the stand together yesterday, and I get this grinder today, and I go to put it together, and yeah, okay, it's Harbor Freight. It's not great. These wheels that come on them are freaking garbage. I don't. I mean, they look like they're made out of concrete, to tell you the truth. But they wobble. They're out of. They're just crap. The last one I got, they were actually broken. I had to take both of them back. So this time, I knew that they weren't going to be any good, so I bought a finer grind, and I already had this wire wheel here. So I put this whole contraption together here, this stand and everything. You know how that goes. 87 metric nuts, bolts, screws, things flopping around, and you're trying to put it together. But I got it together, and I didn't like the. If you look there, I didn't like the top of that stand. There's no room to do anything. You can't set nothing down there or nothing. So I had this plate that I got at work. It's a cutoff, and I drilled it, tapped. And Newton's fourth law of engineering is no matter what project that you start, you will not have the right fasteners. And there we go. Originally, that thing had these little rubber feet underneath of it with two screws that were holding it. And those screws went into where you're supposed to bolt that off. And there's like little nuts tack welded underneath, metric crap, whatever. I don't know. They were like a size 10 screw. I had to get the impact hammer out to get them screws loose out of that thing, and then I had to drill them out, and then I was just going to put some 1/4-inch bolts in there, and I have 200 pounds of fasteners in this garage. I'm not joking. I got 5-gallon buckets full. I got all of these things stacked up everywhere. I got a bolt bin down behind that plywood there. There's literally 200 pounds of bolts and nuts and screws. And do you think I had the right ones? Oh, heck no. So I drilled it out a little bit bigger and made it work. Then I put this thing all together and I tried it out. And okay, it's Harbor Freight. Their big deal is they're advertising these chintzy piece of crap battery operated LED lights. Them things are going to go. It's just a big honking add-on thing that you do not need on your grinder. I know I don't. It extends these shields way up out of the way, and battery powered. That's enough for me right there. So I'll be taking those off. But the thing was like $59, which is not a bad deal. And once it gets going, it takes right off. You see that? Right here. It's a streamer. And it should do what I'm after. We'll slow this down and you'll be able to watch this brand new wheel wobbling all over the place. Gotta love that, don't you? Wobbly, wobbly, wobbly. Yeah, I'll be getting a hold of a Norton wheel and putting on this thing. But for $59 and $27 for the stand, I mean, it'll work. I have more steel out in the back of my truck. I was just going to build one and weld one together with circles that were cutoffs, and they're big, smaller, and stand it up and make it heavy enough. But it is a pain in the butt. I just go pay $27 and be done with this. So that's my opinion on that. Get rid of this extraneous garbage up here that ain't doing anybody no good, and I'll just get a light and I'll mount a light back here, and one of them flexible jobs. So we're done with that. So while I got you here and we're doing horror freight stuff, I want to turn you guys on to something here. I've been a mechanic. Well, I've been turning wrenches since I was a small child, but I've been a professional mechanic for 40-something years. And this little deal that I'm about to show you is a game changer. I've had probably 10 of these kits. Every once in a while, they go on sale for $9.99. Right now, I have 6 of them in this place. Gave one to the kid. I got 3 sitting over on the freezer. I got this one here, and I got 2 more in my Snap-on box over here. They're just wicked handy. But this is what makes this the game changer. And that is this little quarter drive ratchet that they sell down there for like, I don't know, $19, $15. This is the game changer because you put, hold on a second here, I'm trying to do this stuff one-handed here. You put this little magnetic socket that comes in this kit on this thing. Come I'm the daddy. And then you put one of your bits in it. Hold on a second. Like such. Okay. You can get these up underneath dashboards into weird tight places, and because it's a ratchet, you get all kinds of torque on this thing. So you can break stuff loose. The beauty of it is not only can you get up into weird places with it, but when you get up in there, then you can straighten it out like this and turn it like a screwdriver. So you can do speed stuff. I'm telling you, I like this so much that I'm going to be giving these out to people for Christmas. And that's why I have 6 of these kits, and now I got 3 of these ratchets laying around. I mean, you can use a regular quarter drive ratchet, but this wobbly thing here is the bomb. No joke. So there's your tip from good old Uncle Busted. I highly recommend that setup. Get 2 because somebody will like it more than you do. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you swinging by. I hope a little bit informative, and hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to get back to my rat killing. I got a whole bunch of projects here, and now that I got this grinder, I can get back to doing what I started to do yesterday, because I had yesterday, today, tomorrow, and Sunday off. So I have a couple of 3 days here to maybe knock a hole in this giant mess I got. All right. Appreciate you swinging by. Like, share, thumbs up, subscribe, get that little notification, because you never know when I'm going to get the urge to make one of these videos. And I will see you guys later.